So, this is a MGS4 New Game Plus. So, it's not gonna be what MGS4 was the last time it was on this channel, that's a fact. Because last time it was big boss attempts. Oh yeah, as long as, thank you for the good luck. As long as the recording quality is not trash and the gameplay is clear, you are welcome to record on your phone. You don't need any fancy stuff like a capture card or anything like that. Just a simple phone recording or a camcorder, anything like that is perfectly acceptable.
And try not to run into any gecko along the way.
Set it up and watch it go. I mean, obviously, you know, watch it back. If you're, A-Frame, thanks for the raid. Obviously, if your footage is, like 10 FPS and the screen is super blown out and all of this stuff, consider getting a better setup. But in general, if we can see the gameplay, you're good, dude. You're good. I've been good, Umka. I've been good. Goodbye, cat. Wasn't feeling super great the last few days, so I might have to send us to BRB screens depending on what's happening, but in general, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I'm down to do at least a few attempts of this today. And by a few, I mean probably 2, because it's a lot of time between attempts. Could go more, though. We could do 3 attempts. But I've been doing no reset lately. I wanna focus on no reset to try to get PBs. You have an S20 Plus? Not sure what that is. Is that a phone? Just check how much it can actually record. Some phones might not be able to actually record more than like 2 gigabits. Some phones might not be able to record more than, say, like 20 minutes, so gotta pay attention to that. See what it is. Thank you for the good luck, A-Frame. Submitting in multiple parts is typically fine. Make sure the moderators are okay and understanding of your situation. And as long as you're not, like, submitting world record times right off the bat, you will probably be completely okay. I doubt anyone's going to be like, these runs are a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna equip our menu for all of Act 1 right then and there. That's going to set us up for the entire rest of the Act 1 run, including but not limited to everybody's favorite face camo, the Big Boss face camo, which you get for beating the game with the Big Boss emblem. Yeah, as long as you have talked to Plywood and he told you his 2 cents, you'll be fine. Obviously, like I said, when you get up to top level, runners are going to want you to have one consistent footage. You work with what you got, and by the time that you get able to submit super top level times, I'm sure you'll be more willing, if not already invested into the proper equipment to get the kind of footage you need for that level. Does that make sense? Like, you'll know whether you want to have stuck with speedrunning long enough by the time you get there. You have to get the Big Boss emblem? No, you do not have to get the Big Boss emblem. This game allows for you to use other people's save data. The MGS4 community has put a collection of save files up on SRC, speedrun.com. If you would like to get into speedrunning the game, There is a package, a zip file I think you can download that has a whole bunch of different save files that you can access. That includes a Ray practice file, a Liquid practice file, a bunch of new game files, a file for New Game Plus with the minimum collected things, and a file for New Game. And a file with every single thing collected on it, so you can explore and do whatever you want and get right into the game. The only downside is you cannot earn trophies on these, but that is fine. The platinum in this game is not super worth it unless you are committed to getting that big boss on your own sum. So right there, we're gonna do a rubble skip. Not really rubble skip, but it skips an animation of Snake being staggered by the rubble by letting us crawl into the corner. And we're gonna do the fastest form of shimmying, right there, which is to just constantly reset the animation. Similar to in MGS4, where you equip and unequip the chaff. That's the only time we ever used it in this run, though. Excuse me.
Okay, Snake. Hurry to the rendezvous.
Yeah, no worries, Jay.
Your radar is marked.
If you have any questions, I'd love to help. I've been speedrunning for 3 years now, so I'm definitely willing to help. You can ask people like Panzer. I didn't get Panzer into speedrunning, but I have helped set him up with quite a bit of things, so he can vouch for my skill or lack thereof skill on getting people initiated into speedrunning. It is a lot of files, dude. We want people to be prepared. He has helped me with Monkey. Yeah. I helped with Peace Walker. Wow. So I do need to skip as soon as possible. The IGT is not ticking during those loads, but it is ticking. It is ticking as soon as the load finishes. And the screen says press start to continue. So it's very, very important that I be pressing start ahead of time to make absolute certain that I do not dawdle on those screens. So those of you who are here when Sparty was running Big Boss New Game, I believe, you might not have seen some of these strats. I don't know, did Sparty run New Game Plus or New Game on this channel? I don't remember. Because you might not know those MGL strats. In this category, we're going to make liberal use of the MGL whenever we can.
Move.
This is NNNG+. NNNG+. Oh, he pushed me into the room. I might get slow frogs now. Nope, okay, we're fine. So we need to specifically wait for Meryl to stagger there before we head down the stairs. We're going to place this mine here, activate the sleep gas satchel that we put down above because it's going to take out a group of frogs that land. Gonna run out here, take this frog out, get into position over here, set a sleep gas here to take some frogs out, get here, wait for Meryl to scream contact. What the heck is going on? What are you doing? Okay, that's weird. I don't know what happened there. Meryl, please. Thank you.
Contact.
We're gonna take that frog out. We're gonna wait. Do a second satchel. Take these 2 frogs out. Make sure we didn't put Meryl to sleep. Good, we didn't. All 4 of these frogs went out with that first sleep gas. And we're good to go. Hey, what up, Joe? Hi. So, now that we've done that, Rat Patrol's just going to do their own thing. We're going to go and we're going to set up for the next wave of frogs. We're going to put a sleep gas here. I'm going to put a sleep gas here. You don't have to put this many down, but I like playing it safe and putting a lot of sleep gases down. One here. Where's Rat Patrol at? We're going to wait for Rat Patrol. We're going to punch him. We're going to punch Johnny. We're going to get stuck, which is fine. We're going to put our last sleep gas right there on the patterned wall. We're going to come over to this corner. We're going to wait. What we need is Meryl and Jonathan to go ahead and run down this hallway. Now this should trigger Johnny to get the I'm being shot at effect. Unfortunately, I missed because he got behind the wall. So we stagger him with a shot. That's going to make him come running to us. Now you have nothing to do but wait. If you get too close, he'll give you free stuff, and we don't want free stuff. So get behind that. When that flashbang goes off, 1, 2, 3. That's how many satchels we put down. That's going to take every one of these frogs out. Get in position. Take that frog out. Run away because that's a grenade. Okay. I don't know where that last frog went. There she is. What is this? That's a weird movement. Anyway. Johnny's so far out of the way, I'm not even going to worry about him. And we're just going to sit here. Yeah, that grenade went. And I was like, I'm going to move. Ooh, we lost like 30 seconds because 2 frogs did weird things. Optimally, we should be getting to this cutscene at about 11:44. So getting here, MGS4 things. Getting here at 12:15 means that 2 frogs, the 2 frogs lost us a lot of time. Alright, so we're gonna punch Jonathan, get to the other side. He's gonna jump. We're gonna land on him, roll through. Okay, unfortunately that didn't work. Now we have to wait for him because I did not hit Ed as well. That sucks. I'll have to practice that. We're gonna wait for this flashbang to go off. Hit the last sleep gas satchel we placed. Pop. Pop. Try to get that last one. Unfortunately, we didn't, but that's a minor time loss. That sleep gas satchel we popped off took out the frogs upstairs, and now we're done with frogs. We're gonna just punch Ed because Johnny got through my fists. Optimally you want to hit Johnny there, but I mean, such is life. You gotta bully Rat Patrol if you wanna go fast. Bully. Is that all I am anymore? I'm just a giant bully. So we optimally never want to be not with a one-handed weapon. Snake moves really slow if he has anything other than a one-handed or no weapon equipped. So whenever I can equip something like this, I'm going to. And now I'm gonna bully that guard and roll straight into him because waiting for him or walking is slow. Like any other MGS game, you want to optimally roll into any low triggers or anything. The first half of Snake's roll is really fast. The second half is really slow. I'm doing great, Tony. How are you doing tonight? So, unlike what you guys might know from this room on TBE with alerts are bad. Nah. Nah, not this time. We're just gonna use our beautiful big boss mask and run through the room with no care in the world. I was teaching Land Sandwich this category yesterday. And the first question he asked, he was like, "Oh, do you just run through the whole game with the alert tune playing?" And it was like, yeah, you do. That's how any percent works in Metal Gear. You just constant alert. Well, in this game, it's constant alert. In some other games, you don't want constant alerts. But in this game, so this guy's an idiot. Oh no, we got seen by the other guy. Ooh, I don't have my, So I'm gonna do that and knock that guy on the gun out because he do much damu, and we don't want to take much damu. He's scary. Even on stagger, that's unfortunate. Even on this difficulty, the amount of damage that guy on the gun turret will do to you, a lot. Who can run the fastest? Yeah, that's literally what Liquid Easy is all about. And with that, that's Act 1. So that's like a 1740 Act 1. Oh, it's an 1801! Ooh, God, I lost a lot of time on frogs. But I'm doing D-Rust. There's so much that can happen in this game. It's not worth resetting over an 18 Act 1. Right after some war zone, so never got it. But, I've been talking a lot. The easiest difficulty on MGS4 is literally just run and gun. Which is why I don't actually recommend people start on the easiest difficulty for this game. Because you don't really get to experience what MGS4 is. It's just point A, point B, point A, point B, point A, point B, point A, point B, and like the game is just, did I take that guard out instantly? Did I get staggered? No? Yes? Alright, reset. Like, it's I don't find LE to be a super fun category. I find Naked Normal to be much better. Plus, there are a lot of strats you can do on Naked Normal that you can't do on LE. Such as a later strat coming up called Frog Skip, which loses like 2 minutes not being able to do it. Which is pretty astronomical. I keep doing that. I'm used to... Oh my god. Menus, please.
Something there.
I'm used to higher difficulties because you don't equip the javelin on any difficulty above Naked Normal. What are you up to, Joe? How's your day? Any big plans today, Joe? I saw you were, saw you did some MGS3 and MGS4 and stuff de-rusting. No PBs today, though. Or yesterday. You have to download the saves? You do it. The saves are a big help if you're serious about getting into this game. It saves a lot of time and effort. Also, this is one of the scariest rooms in the entire game. Oh yeah, I heard that chat wanted you to do some TTS. That's pretty cool. Are you glad to be back at TTS? Are you gonna stick with it, or was it just spur of the moment DRS? Ah, okay. MGS3's today. She's not back to PB pace. Yeah, I know that feel, Joe. Do you know how many runs it took me to get a 55 in this game? PB is a 54. It took me 4 runs. That's 8 hours of MGS4. No resets to get anywhere near close to PB pace.
What?
8 hours MGS4, dude. Who wants to do that? NNNG. Naked normal new game plus. Good stuff. No, if I was on Big Boss Hard, I'd be using a lot more recovery items. Yo, what up, Lambda?
We can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
I am on Naked Normal New Game Plus. But this run's not been super great. So I'm not terribly happy with it. We'll see what kind of time we get, what happens. If I make any major mistakes, I will reset. I have no obligation to keep this going. I'm not super happy with the 18 Act 1, but... Take some, you leave some. Let's challenge him. Oh no. Oh no. Tony, what do I have to do? What is this challenge that I'm potentially going to regret agreeing to? Look at this mask. The Big Boss mask is so ridiculous in this category, isn't it? I've like the love-hate relationship with this thing. Sorry, my nose is itching right now. I don't know why. Also, shoutouts to Joe for this strat. I never even thought to do this until I saw Joe do it. Well, not that. That was incorrect, but that's a super cool strat to get up a little bit earlier. Use a full chicken run. No. I'll do a chicken run if Joe does a chicken run with me. Oh, I'm getting hit. Oh, I'm not getting hit. Actually, not just Joe. We need to get a community of MGS4 runners together. Me, Joe, let's go Tony. I want a party. We're gonna have to do a MGS4 party stream of 4 people all doing simultaneous chicken so that we can stagger our breaks on that 35-minute run. Or that 35-hour run. Because there has to be constant content. We can't have all 4 of us taking an 8-hour sleep break at the same time. So like, we'll all start Act 1 together. One person will take like an 8-hour break in Act 1. Then the next person will swap off and take an 8-hour break in Act 2. And then someone will, I don't know, take an 8-hour break in Act 3. That means people are going to be on for like 16 hours straight. Ooh, that doesn't work like that, does it? We'll have to do staggers of 2. We need to wear the chicken hat. Oh, you mean like an actual chicken hat? Because chicken hat... I'm really need to work on that role. Chicken hat's not available except in MGS5. It would be an experience. To get a group of 4 MGS4 players. You want to know the only problem with that? We don't have 4 MGS4 players. I bet we can't find 4 MGS4 players across the entire Discord server. I'll learn it, says Tony.
You're surrounded, Snake. You'll have to break through to go after Naomi. Take out those enemy soldiers and clear a path.
So we're gonna throw 2 very strategic stun grenades. It's gonna take out the 3 or the 4 frogs over there. Then what we're gonna do is 2 frogs are gonna hop down. We're gonna shoot the floor to make them look at us. Walk up to them to go spooky, spooky. Do it again. And we're gonna do it a 3rd time. Now that we've done that 4 times, we're going to equip the railgun, and then we're going to equip the 50 cal, and we're going to wait for the caution to run out, and we're going to roll through the window. That's going to trigger the Octopus Fight. So, optimally, Octopus is not going to stagger us. We're going to swap to the railgun immediately, start charging it, get behind this wall, not get staggered, not bump a wall. If we do it right, we're going to hit Octopus right then and there. We're going to take out these bombs, hopefully. And now, let's see what spawn we got. Probably picture. Yep. So that railgun is going to do enough damage to get her to instantly go to picture phase. We're going to sit here until we get a audio cue. Going to trigger the Metal Gear.
Come here.
Shoot it in the head. Move over here. Aim like here. It's kind of precise. Don't know if we'll get the skip or not. Okay, nope, we did not get the phase skip, which means that we now have to wait for Octopus to do frog and jump scare phase. We're going to shoot her in the head. We're going to manipulate her to come straight through this window. We're going to hit her. We're going to go to Naomi. We're going to start charging a railgun, and we're going to sit reasonably close to her so that she either moves or shoots. As long as she doesn't ball form us, it's fine. We're not losing any more time. So that was a okay Octopus. Pretty good without phase skip. Unfortunately, that's the best we could get. Can't do anything if she chooses not to let us get phase skip. Phase skip saves, I think it's like 8 to 10 seconds if you get phase skip. It's a lot of time.
Snake, she's shed her suit.
Oh no! What are you doing?
Next. Watch out.
Hey, lady. So we're gonna roll away and do flip, flip, flip. It's gonna make her start getting down. It's gonna make her so she won't dodge us, and then we just unload into her with 2 50 cal shots and kill her off. She takes 2 on every difficulty except LE, which she takes 1, and TBE, which she takes 3. And now starts the era of auto-scrollers, as it's well known by me and me alone. I'm the only one who calls it that.
Follow Naomi's trail.
So we just follow a path that we have well memorized, and I have a lot of time to reach at.
Holdups along the way.
You know, Tony, if they added a chicken hat into Warzone, that would be a very interesting experience. I would strongly consider picking that up if they did that.
Look closely at the footprints. Looks like they
I like
split
how
up here.
Joe also remained extremely quiet on that question that Jay asked. Joe is refusing to commit to something like that.
You think that could be Naomi?
He knows. He knows. He knows.
He's here. I can smell him. He's about 50 meters.
There is a little bit of tech here. This guy's a shotgun. So we're actually going to auto lock on and shoot him. It's going to stagger him and prevent him from hitting us with the shotgun. Which is good because the shotgun does a lot of knockdown.
Naomi's shoe prints just vanish, but just hers.
And we don't want that. We do not want to be knocked down. There is a really cool recovery roll if you get knocked down, but timing on it depends on whether or not you're aware you've been knocked down. Which, I mean, yes, you know you've been knocked down, but trust me, it's a lot harder to know that you are about to get knocked down than it
They must have gone
seems.
separate ways here.
Gonna do a quick swerve there to take that guy out. If he triggers a caution, then there'll be like 6 frogs in this area that we don't want to have to deal with. Typically they'll be okay if it does happen, but they can move into really bad spots. You know, Tony, I just realized I came back to naked normal before
And
you
no
or
more
Plywood
footprints
did.
now. Security's getting tighter.
You make me sad, Tony. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed, Tony.
Snake, I'm bringing the chopper to the other side of the market up ahead.
So,
That's as close as I
there
can
is
get.
actually a
You've
little
got
bit
to
of
make it
tech
to the
here.
market somehow.
These power suits, we actually want to take them out as soon as possible to prevent them from jumping.
Next to it and press
The first two we want to take out
Then
before
use
Drebin
the
pulls
right
back.
stick to aim and press the attack button.
The second one here, we can't actually see it show up. If we hit it, it will not jump. So that's the first quick kill. Unfortunately, because it jumped, we did not get it. The second quick kill is pretty easy. You just aim at the corner of the gate here, and if you get it, basically the random bullet spray will hit the guy's leg. We did not get it, unfortunately.
Alright, we're good to go.
We had to wait for him to jump because enemies in this game can't actually be killed while they are in the air. For some reason, it's literally impossible for an enemy's HP to reach 0 while it is airborne. This is frogs, this is the powered suits, this is geckos, anything and everything. So we have to take out, I think it's 9 geckos, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, oh no, 8, 9, might be 10, don't stagger me, okay, it's 9.
Try to ram you.
We have to take out 9 geckos. So we're gonna equip our javelin. This is gonna get us ready for the next room.
Oh, shit! Got an MGS on our ass.
So the reason we equipped the javelin is because the weight actually goes down much faster if we use the javelin on it instead of the turret.
Snake, shoot the gate.
Think you gotta do something about that
I
MGS?
mean, we don't. We're just gonna wait for Snake to move into, or Drebin to move into position, and it'll go down in 3 to 4 javelin shots, depending on our DPS. There we go. while I wouldn't call this game extremely routed, I have put a lot of effort into these lower difficulties. So there is actually quite a bit of tech and differences to them. Which I'm pretty glad that I've contributed to MGS4 as much as I have. Because this game does not get a lot of love. And I don't think it ever will get the kind of love it should have. But, you know, if you ever want to come in and run it, please feel free. Would love to have you, and like 6 of us in the Discord that have run this game.
Hang on! It's gonna get bumpy!
I think there's like 9 people in the Discord who have run the game actually, which still, given the Discord has almost 800 people, or it has I think over 800 people, like 1% of them have ran this game. That should give you an idea on how undeveloped this game really is in terms of routing and running, as opposed to the like what 160 active runners across all versions of MGS2, and the like 150 MGS1 runners. This game needs more love. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. MGS4 needs you.
Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, no time.
Yo, what up?
Just ignore it. Get out of there quick.
I'm gonna assume that's Juan.
Just a little farther. Run, Snake, run!
Juanito de Viento. 3655. Okay. It's not a 35, but it's not a 37. Everyone's favorite. Act 3. We got a lot of time to sit and relax. I got 2 tricks I gotta do, but basically that's it for all of Act 3. Guys, Third Sun. Do you know why it's called Third Sun? Those of you who know deep Metal Gear Solid lore will know why it's called Third Sun. I'll give you one hint. It's not because it's Act 3.
Otacon.
I mean that in the general sense. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to equip the VZ. I got rid of the railgun, which is unfortunate. I didn't want to get rid of the railgun. We're going to equip the XM. Going to take that off, and we're going to equip. I need to work on this menu. The Mark II. That was not a great menu, unfortunately. And we're gonna equip the beauty camo. Pop this on. Pop our cry on. Pop our syringe on, and then roll into the bed. MGS lore is a deep, dark rabbit hole. Well, I will just tell you, it's because the third snake, the third brother, the third son is Solidus. And if you've played MGS4, and you know what happens in Act 3, those dots are gonna start connecting for you. So we're gonna take a shot at this guy's feet.
Resistance member.
If we
It's
did it
time to
correct,
start
he's
tailing.
going to
Get on
run.
it, Snake.
I don't like it when he gets stuck. He's going to run down this alleyway right there. We're gonna shoot this bird for good luck, and him running down that alleyway is going to skip a whole bunch of his phases, a whole bunch of his walk cycle, which is going to save like 35 seconds. It might look slow because he went all the way over there, and then we had to wait for him. The visual indicator in the top right is a big cue for this section, because it tells us when noise is being made, so you can actually play this game in relative silence. There are some audio cues you need, but not really. Gonna wait for him to start moving. Gonna head up. You'll notice that I put cry ammo on. The reason I have cry ammo is because when these guards get hit with cry ammo, they do that. They go into a literal crying mess. And when they turn into a crying mess, the NPC here, the resistance member, doesn't acknowledge them at all. He just completely ignores them. He moves as if there was no guard there at all, period. Which is really good for us, because if the guard is there, he won't move. And if the guard is unconscious, he'll move, but he'll stop and he'll go, huh? And then he'll start moving again. Every time this guy stops and goes, huh, you lose, I think it's like 8 seconds, so. It is super worth putting the cry ammo on. You can also use fear ammo, but that's a bit risky. Because fear ammo causes the guards to go running around wherever they want to. Do you think this is the hardest MGS to speedrun? In what sense? Like, just straight up any percent speedrun? I'd say no. This game's relatively easy to just speedrun. It has a lot to it if you want to speedrun it at a high level, and if you specifically meant in terms of like, if you want to do rank 1, which is in this case the boss extreme big boss emblem. Yes, 100%. This is one of, if not the hardest to speedrun. In general, I would say no. Most people could pick up and just do a run of this game, and they could get under 3 hours. Getting under 210 for New Game and under 2 for New Game Plus is a much higher skill threshold. But once you learn how to react to this game, MGS4 is 90%. If something goes wrong, it's your fault. So this game really comes down to just, do I know what I am doing? There is very few true RNG instances in this game. And most of those are irrelevant on the lower difficulties or any percent categories. Now, bear in mind, I've not ran every single Metal Gear game. But out of the ones I have ran, I would say no. I would probably put, depending on the level of execution you wanted, I would say 3 is probably the hardest to cross over that threshold of, I am finally good at this game. 3 takes a lot of work and effort, and it's a very mean game. Because it has a good balance of execution and RNG to it.
This is HQ.
But also, in terms of software or hardware, this game is rather challenging because you can only speedrun it if you have a PS3. If you have no PS3, this game is completely out of the question to you. MGS3 is in a similar place because it's PS3 and PS2. There's some other like off versions you can get, like Shield, but MGS3 is also on the Xbox, which makes it more lenient. Actually, I don't know if MGS3 or MGS1 is the harder speed game in general. It's very easy to die in MGS1. And MGS1 doesn't have a nice reset button like MGS3 does. It's an interesting question. But the TLDR is, I would not call 4 the hardest unless we're talking big boss. Then, absolutely. Absolutely. The only game that's even harder is Metal Gear MSX, which is not a solid game. Why did my controller disconnect? That's annoying. Dude, what? I'm losing time because my controller is disconnecting. That's unfortunate. PS3 wants to disconnect.
Look out! Searchlight! Find something nearby to hide behind. Stay out of the light.
Room 2. Room 2 is the shortest room and has like nothing going on in it. On this difficulty is nothing. On a higher difficulty, these guys will actually go, hey, and run over here. The Tengu at the end of 2 on Euro Extreme are very challenging. On some versions of the game, actually I think on all versions of the game, the speedrunners actually have a skip for it. You basically keep a Tengu alive for longer than the game expects, and that lets the fight end, but the fight is still subject to some serious RNG. If any of you guys saw D-Limes' ESA race against Jaguar King, during the Tengu 2 fight, one of the Tengus walked into the room and shot him, which made him have to redo the entire fight. And that's just a case of dumb RNG. That was really rough. When we saw that happen in the Discord, we were all just like, "Oh no, dude." Yeah, you really hate to see that. So we're gonna try to get another shot here and get this resistance member to play nice. We want him to run a specific direction, which is the way he just ran. So this skip, this is another one just like in the first room, but this time it saves like 30. Actually, I think it saves like at 40 seconds if you get this one. It stops him from walking out of that little doorway where he came out of, along this whole wall, past these guards. Even though he runs all the way up there, he almost instantly comes right back. And then he waits here and continues his patrol as if nothing happened. So this is a huge skip. But yeah, I don't have a lot of experience running 2, especially not on Euro. The only game where I've ran hard, I ran hard, like literal hard, on TTS and 3. and 4. But the only thing where I've ran what the game would consider extreme or the hardest difficulty is 4. It's the only game where I've actually put any serious time into the hardest difficulty. So I can't really speak outside of 4 on that. I find 2 to be a very difficult game. Like, even on normal difficulty, Olga will just one-shot you. And it makes it very, very, very difficult to have fun playing that game. Casually. And when you're, bad at Olga strats, like yours truly, you die a lot to Olga. Olga's like the first bottleneck where it's just like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna have fun playing MGS2, am I? I don't actually like MGS2 that much, to be completely blunt with all of you. Like, it's a good game. I personally do not like the story or the gameplay that much. I find the game to be really boring as a speed game. I've been with the unit since I was born. Olga knows what she's doing though. She's scary. Olga is scary. Think is the best one. I respect that opinion.
Looks
A
like
lot
they're
of people
conducting
will agree
field
with you on
controls.
that.
Watch out for them, Snake.
And I mean, it's an opinion. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. Personally, I think if I had to pick a best one, I think MGS3 is the best game. I think MGS3 has the best story. But I would say that engine-wise, 4 has the better engine. 2 feels smooth, but 2 is almost like too rounded. Yo, Plywood. Thanks for the tier 1 sub to Metal Gear Speedrunners. Your support is appreciated. How are you doing, good sir? What do I think is the easiest speed game to chill in? At the casual level? Well, not casual level. At the, not like super high level? That's a good question. Oh no, hopefully your car is in a decent enough shape that you won't be breaking the bank today. Car repairs suck. Honestly, at the low level, I think 4 is probably the easiest speed game to just chill in. Or New Game plus 4. New Game 4 is not. Oof. No AC is rough. That's a good question. A lot of the MGS games require a lot of focus. Definitely not 3. I've not spedrun 5, but I feel like 5 is a rather mind-numbing experience. Like, it's do this menu and then run to this place and then do this glitch and then run to this place and then do this glitch, and it's probably the most laid back with a few bits of interactivity similar to 4, but again, I've not played 5, so I really can't speak on it. Yo, what's up, OCM? Just hate this game. It's crap. It's a whole mess. I will agree with you, this game is very hit or miss with a lot of people. It could definitely come off as not your cup of tea. I really like the weapon systems, the gameplay, the engine, the physics. The MGS4 engine is really cool. It's a shame the graphics are kind of, I think muted is the best description for them. This is during the early PS3 days where you had 3 colors. You had brown, you had gray, and you had bloom. And those are the only 3 colors that existed on the PS3 back when games first came out to it, so. I know, because I speedrun 2 PS3 launch titles. It's all I see anymore. Alright, well now we're on bike 6. There's literally nothing to do for 90% of this. Yeah, the is this Big Boss extreme mode? Hi, YouTube. Everyone likes the Big Boss extreme mode. I'm doing Naked Normal New Game Plus. I'm working on D-Rust attempts here to try to get better than my 154 if I can, but I don't know if I will. How you doing, Sparty? Yeah, I don't know how much an AC unit costs to replace, but hopefully, hopefully it does not break your bank. That would be really unfortunate. MGS3 Cobra fights are... I think MGS3 did a really good job with the James Bond influence. Like, the villains are crazy enough without being generally too over the top. I would say my favorite character in all of Metal Gear Solid is probably the End from MGS3. I really like the End as a character, as a concept, as the ways you can approach the End as a fight. I think there's... The only thing I would complain about the End is it could be a bit unfair and trial and error gameplay, which I'm not a huge fan on. But in general, I would say the End's probably one of the best fights, one of the best characters, period. But some of the other bosses, like the Pain, are Pain. They exist outside of the realm of reality. I mean, obviously, you know, the fear and the sorrow, but those guys are so fantastical and so spiritual and nonsensical that it's just like, I accept these guys exist. Like, come on, you're playing a game with a guy who explodes into a mass of poison arrows. You just accept it at that point. I mean, they all explode. For some reason. Every one of them, except the Joy. The Joy does not explode. I never noticed that until now. Why does the Joy not explode? Why does everyone but the Joy explode? I mean, obviously, the Sorrow doesn't explode, but the Sorrow is also not alive? So, can ghosts explode? Deep questions. Deep questions. The Metal Gear Solid lore is a deep, dark hole. I believe that is a quote from chat earlier, and I agree with them wholeheartedly. These are the kinds of things you think about during MGS4 Bike Chase, when you have nothing else to do. Imagine you're just like... And then the boss goes, boom! And Snake dies, and it's just like, oh.
I just need you to hold them off a little longer.
They have microbombs in their bodies that explode when they die. You know, I'm willing to believe that's actual lore. True or not, I've not played MGS3 full story deep enough to know if that's 100% true, but I completely believe it. You created time paradox. That's actual lore. Wow. That's crazy. So the Joy just chose not to have micro bombs placed in her body? Well, thank you. Today I have learned that the Cobra unit has micro bombs placed in their body. TIL. I wonder, maybe they have them because the Sorrow died. Who killed the Sorrow? I don't even remember. Did he die or was he killed? Dude, it's so hard to hit this guy. Thank God he's not good at hitting me either. Maybe she deactivated it.
Enemy dead ahead.
The boss killed the Sorrow? What? Why would the boss kill the Sorrow? Man, my MGS4 lore is not up to date. He says while riding a motorcycle with Eva. This is the channel where everybody teaches everybody. You need to stop speedrunning. Hey, I'll boot up the MGS4. What do you call it? The digital library or whatever. I'll boot that up right now. We'll have lore hour. We'll learn. Yeah, the database. I still have my copy of the database downloaded. We can make this happen. It isn't accurate. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. It's not. He had to kill him to save Octopus. I really have to go back and read up on the lore.
Behind you.
I think we lost them.
Dang. Definitely have to go read up on the lore. I'm gonna have to go back and do it again. I love 3's story, but oof. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty easy to miss. And that was Raging Raven, by the way. That's a boss fight. Because we shot her with the XM25, she had only 75% of her health remaining. So one railgun shot fully charged takes her out instantly. Alright, so we're going to equip the 50 cal, the MGL, and the spokes blue. That's what we need here, and we're gonna boop, and she's done. So hopefully my capture card doesn't break. The last 2 days it's been breaking randomly because of what's about to happen. We'll see. You never knew until a few years after you played it. Yeah, the Ocelot being the boss's son is definitely a like, oh, moment. There's a lot of like deep hidden connections between all of these characters that if you actually look at how everyone's connected, it's just like, what? That's why I really liked the MGS4 database. How am I on a 103.18? I just saved so much time in Act 3 for losing 30 seconds in Act 1. Like, we're back to an okay run. This could have been 102 Act 3 pace. Actually, could have even been 101 if I'd gotten phase skip, but... either way, that's why I really liked the MGS4 database. Because to be completely honest, Apache's view of 4 and 5 is my view of 5. Like, 5 just... 5 doesn't exist. 5 screwed the lore up so much that it's not even relevant. But the database was never updated to include things like Peace Walker, which is, at least, it's been a while since I read it. I do not believe Peace Walker is in the 4 database. And that's pretty unfortunate, because I do believe in the canonicity of Peace Walker. Oh, are you for real? Okay, well, I'm probably gonna die now. I'm not good at MGS1. I would like to preface this with that fact. Yo, what up, Japan Cup Neat? Japan Cup Neat? Welcome, welcome. Okay, good. Capture card did not die. Yeah, the guide in 4 is nice. 3 and 4 are closely related in lore. Peace Walker and 5 kind of go off. Yeah, I mean, Peace Walker didn't need to exist, I will say that. But Peace Walker's lore doesn't directly contradict anything. And if anything, Peace Walker's lore gives you more context on Master Miller. Like, I really like Kaz as a character when it comes to Metal Gear. I like how he is well aware of what is going on, and he fully intended for all this stuff to happen. I think his treatment in 5 is interesting, but I do like what they did with him in Peace Walker, and Peace Walker should have gotten more respect. But then again, it was a mobile game, and you know, any game that gets the mobile treatment is automatically like, oh, okay, well, this game's not actually canon, and you don't have to play it. And to be fair to Peace Walker, it's gameplay is not very fun to a lot of people. Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot play more than that of that song because we will get a copyright strike, or not a copyright strike, but that song no good juju. That song bad juju. That's like the maximum you can play before YouTube or Twitch is like, you are playing copyrighted content and your stream is being muted. I would say MGS4 used to be my favorite, but I put a lot of time into Peace Walker recently, and Peace Walker has become my favorite now, mostly because of the co-op feature. But those vehicle missions, man, Peace Walker has too much. It rides too hard on the vehicles, because they're not even fun co-op missions, to be completely honest with you. And I'm not talking like the big bosses. I'm talking the generic, guys, here is LAV that drops off soldiers. Guys, here is helicopter. Guys, here is tank. Whoa, tanks. Also, we're at Shadow Moses. If you guys like MGS1, you might recognize some of these areas.
Go down the central hall.
Yo, what do you guys think in chat? Should we go for the MS roll? Should we do the IL roll? IL roll? It's almost certainly not going to pass, but I mean, I could go for it. Yeah, the second ending of Peace Walker takes a lot to unlock, and the game is not very clear on what you have to do to unlock it.
I finished unlocking the door on the first floor. It should open now. Gecko! We've got Gecko!
For generic Zadornov missions, you just have to complete side ops. Every 3 side ops, Zadornov, escapes again. You don't even have to S-rank them. You just have to beat them.
Okay, Snake. Take the stairs down and go to the north door. I'll open it for you.
That's for the first 6. The 7th mission, which is the one where the actual true ending is a bit more complex. I know, right? When Kaz contacts Snake and is like, Snake, you'll never believe what happened. Zadornov escaped. And Snake's like, can we just let him go? Like, someone's helping him. Just, he's not. And Kaz is like, no, Snake, you have to get him.
Oh, man.
It's like,
More
but
Gecko.
why?
The Mark III is totally defenseless while working on the door.
But why?
Distract the Gecko so they don't spot it.
I love the cutscenes, especially when you get him and he's like,
Okay,
looks
Snake,
like you
it's over
found
now.
me. Snake's just like, you can just tell that Snake is just straight up done with it. I know, right? Alright, Wolf. We're gonna do right side because I always do right side. Left side is for people who care about rank. Yo, I think we actually got it this time for once. No, I forgot about her. We did get the first throw correct, but I forgot about the second throw I needed to do. Unfortunate. Alright, well, whatever. We'll see her anyway, so. GG, easy. So, the way you fight Wolf is throw a smoke underneath her nose, and then just MGL. They do have to actually hit her. Or, sorry, not her. They have to hit, like, the front of the wolf in front of her. If you actually hit her, she will close up. But when she's coughing, her, like, iframes... I apologize for the noise in the back. When she's coughing, her iframes don't quite work right, and you can just spam her with that, which is really fun. Alright, I need the solar gun, and I need chaffs. And I want to equip the chaffs. So we're going into the blast furnace. I'm sure you guys who have played MGS4 will recognize this room. It looks completely accurate to the original. There's the cargo elevator. Here's the elevator that was underneath lava. Totally accurate, right? No one doesn't recognize that. Pretty certain I missed one. That is rough, Jay. When I finish this act, you'll see the number of flashbacks. That is the correct amount of flashbacks. Then again, there's also a trophy for it. So if you
The man who you
Sorry.
destroyed was my brother and my
If
only family.
you didn't get the trophy for it, or if you already had it, obviously it wouldn't pop. But if you didn't get the trophy for it, then yeah, you missed one.
And sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge.
But I can't.
Oh
go
yeah, if it
yet.
didn't pop, you missed
I
one.
still have a job to do.
Because it pops on the final cutscene. So we're gonna throw a chaff here. It's gonna distract this gecko, and then it's gonna go off, and we're gonna get right underneath this gecko. Now this next room recently has been causing me a bit of trouble, and I don't know why. I've been being seen by a gecko. I assume it's because I've been throwing my chaff too early or too late. So I'm gonna throw that chaff and then take a unique path here to try to counteract it. You heard the gecko over there stutter. That's what I wanted. That gecko stuttering means he can't see me. Okay, we're just gonna pop on through this room. Oh, that sucks. And you didn't reload your save to fix that? Or did you not have a save and you would have had to do a lot of work over again?
Rex is on the floor above
Okay,
you.
we're gonna equip
Use
the solar
lift.
gun. We're gonna equip the syringe. Ooh, yeah. That sucks. I was using a guide when I was going for flashbacks, and every time I had a cutscene with flashbacks coming up, I would save the room before, just in case, because things like that can happen.
I'll take care of Rex. You
That's a
Vamp. Kill
long
that
walk.
monster.
So Vamp's location is scripted. He's always going to go to
Snake.
that spot exactly. We're just going to hit him with the solar gun. Vampires are weak to sunlight, and we're going to syringe straight into him to suppress his nanomachines, and that was the Vamp fight. Going to crouch over here because the geckos can still hit us, but if they do hit us, they'll do negligible damage. Over here, we can see every single gecko in the room except for one that likes to go over there and is completely irrelevant to us because he'll just try to shoot us, but he can't. And while we are crouched, Snake's HP will heal continuously. In this spot. It is, right? It makes the solar gun extremely worthwhile, even in any percent. Now, in big boss attempts, the solar gun is the best friend in Act 3. You want that solar gun in Act 3.
Snake, lights on that crouched gecko are blinking. When they stop, it'll glow. Don't let that happen.
So, I would like to point out, because I always point this out, the resolution of the current screen is not your monitor. It is not the output. The output is correct. But, you know, Konami couldn't be bothered to make this game's resolution consistent.
Come again.
So there's just, you know, this black bar over there now. And if you guys didn't notice that, congrats. Now you notice there is a black bar that Konami didn't know how to deal with. They just left it there.
Above you.
They felt like having half the screen covered in constant moving action that the player cannot actually watch,
Be careful.
and squishing it together was the correct way to optimize this scene graphically. I wonder if there is so much going on that the PS3 actually was having a hard time rendering all of this action and was dropping frames because of how much was happening. Or it was just like unplayable or unstable because, you know, the rest of this game is extremely well made. It doesn't drop any frames or anything.
That's
Also, the solar gun, in case anyone is curious, is a reference to the Boktai games. I've never played them. I think one of them came out to English, and it's called like Solar Knights or something. Is the English name? I've not done a ton of research or played any of them, but I think Kojima had a hand in them. So if you want to check them out, I believe they are considered good games. There's also a reference to them in Peace Walker.
Nice, Snake. That's it, Snake.
Anyway, we're just chilling because there's really not much to do. The fight's over. I took out the last gecko, so we could just look at Snake here. Beautiful snack. Alright, the Rex Ray fight, I've been practicing it. I've been having some trouble with it recently, but hopefully he doesn't get away from me. If he does, I'm gonna be really upset. Really upset. But I don't think he will. I say that as I've now guaranteed he will be getting away from me, because that's how that fight works. I used to get it every time, but now I can't figure out what I am doing wrong.
Snake, we have to get out of here. Follow the supply. Stomp those gecko and
But I have a more clear idea of how to consistently make him behave the way I want him to. Again, I apologize about the background noise. It shouldn't last too long. I'm a nephew over, so hanging out with some of the others here while I'm. Also, you guys might not even be able to hear me. This thing is so loud. Live. Lots of wonderful noises going on in this tunnel, you know. I would check audio balance. Man, I have to keep moving forward in that edge. That's yeah. It shouldn't be too bad though. I'm balancing. We're done with this section now. It is 1 minute and 25 seconds. Yeah, it was almost peaking, looking at it now. So we're going to very strategically fire 8. Wait for him to start getting up. Then take 3 steps towards him, and if we did it right, he should just jump. Nice. The key I've found is walking towards him as he is getting up. So what's going to happen is he's going to land, and as he lands, he has essentially 0 iframes. He takes damage every single possible frame, and the laser is doing continual damage. Maybe even at subframes. So it's just absolutely just destroying his HP. And that's the Ray quick kill. Yo, we almost got a 119. What is this run? This is crazy pace. This is absolutely crazy pace. And I lost 30 seconds on frogs because 2 frogs did weird things. Dang. Well, as long as Top Deck and Liquid don't absolutely body me, this is fine. So I need to put the Mark II over the... doesn't really matter what I put the Mark II over. Except not smokes or chaffs. I need both my smokes and my chaffs. And my M4. M4 should go over the... not railgun. It'll go over the railgun most likely. I believe it's M4 goes... or M2 goes over the railgun. Nope, goes over the solar gun. Doesn't matter though. Alright, so going to swap that to anesthesia. Not get close enough to let these frogs see me. Throw a smoke grenade. This is... there are a lot of approaches to Top Deck. I personally prefer this approach. Going to throw that there. Throw this here. It's going to get these frogs coughing. Roll out. Crouch. Frog's going to land here. Take her out. Move over. 2 frogs are going to show up. Take this one out. Next frog's going to show up. Okay, equip my chaffs. Throw it, and then after I throw it, I can start running. That chaff grenade is the most important part of Top Deck. It makes this gecko here, when it lands, it staggers. That stutter of the gecko landing prevents it from seeing you, and that lets you get through Top Deck perfectly fine. Takes 5 twists, and you're out because the gecko that was behind you literally cannot see you. Smokes.
The corridor leading to EW is defended by directed energy weapons that emit
This
30
cutscene
micro
is going to have the M4, so I'm pistol.
Sounds like the perfect job for me.
Yo, thanks, Plywood. And now we're gonna do frog skip. I do not believe I attached my shotgun to the M4. I definitely did not. That is unfortunate. I did not do that during the last menu, and I really needed to, so I have to do it now. That's a little bit of time lost, but we'll live. One day I'll get good menus.
Meryl's in danger. Take out the enemy before they get to her.
Stop moving, frogs. Boom. I'm just gonna jump somewhere. 2. 3. Where are they? Is that both of them? Yeah, I'm being caught by a second frog somewhere. Okay, she's there. 4. So the way to do frog skip is we gotta get her coughing. Hopefully she doesn't jump from that. Shoot her in the body. And then just keep her coughing. So you'll notice that her stamina is at 0 right now. The advantage to that is she's staying alive. The game is getting very confused as to why there's a frog alive that should not be still alive. And it just instantly ends the fight. Same thing, same principle as the Tengu 2 fight. It just instantly skips 10 entire frogs, which is pretty massive. That is not doable on the easiest difficulty because frogs instantly fade on the easiest difficulty once they lose all of their sight, even if they are in smoke. And the smoke is the only way we know to keep the frogs actively engaged in the fight. But yeah, it's a pretty big time save. Otherwise, you have to learn how to fight the rest of the frogs. It's just a nuisance.
Even if she tries to hurt you,
We used to do this fight with Solar Gun, and then I timed it and found out that Solar Gun is bad. It's very slow, and it makes Mantis extremely aggressive. Do not know why it makes her aggressive, but it do. It's very easy to miss as well, and when you miss Mantis's dolls, she does whatever she wants. She loves dashing towards you. I think that's her favorite pastime, is to dash towards you. So I need to equip the this, and I need to equip the Mantis doll, leave one empty because the game is going to force oh god, where did the doll go? I must have picked it up.
Go grab that puppet.
I did not pick it up. What? Okay, I got it. It landed in a very obscure spot. And now, just shake the 6S controller sideways. If you do it right, she'll die in 2 hits. Typically, she dies in 3. Nothing we can really do about that. And now we're gonna roll away. Do the typical roll. Get her on the ground and pop. You do have to wait for her to fully be on the ground. If she's not fully on the ground when you fire the MGL shot, she will actually get up and dodge it. Because she apparently gets full eye immunity when she's dodging. So making sure the laydown animation has completed is important. Okay, and now we don't have chaps, so we're gonna pop our chaps on, and this is the second to last hallway, third to last hallway in the game.
Tons of dying men enforce attention like
oh, CM.
Why don't we get somebody else?
I cannot get a good angle on the analog. There we go. So once you see Snake do like a jitter as I walk through a door, should be this one. Nope, not this one. It'll be this one. Then I can let go of the sticks.
we'll meet again on the other side.
And he's gonna jitter, and nah, I don't have to hold anything on the controller. He's just gonna walk
Failure spells doom for the human race.
Go!
So we're gonna skip the cutscene. We're going to immediately throw this chaff grenade that we have equipped while walking backwards. And now that chaff's gonna go off, and we're just gonna walk away because cool guys don't look at explosions. I had to adjust my angle a little bit. And there was the snap. So completely let go. Ooh, I've literally let go. The controller went down. Skip that cutscene before Snick shows up. Good. Ooh. Oof on the auto mod. You put the period in there, and Twitch auto recognizes that as a link, mate. That's Twitch being Twitch.
That place is saturated with microwaves. The longer you stay in there, the greater damage you'll take.
All good, dude. All good. Mistakes happen. Yep. If you put a period in your sentence and put words on either side of it, it will automatically detect it as a link. So this is the torture sequence of MGS4. You know, the microwave tunnel. Essentially, all you do is hold forward. It's not actually just forward. You do have to hold it at a slight angle, and your camera does matter. Otherwise, you'll actually lose time and go into a wall, but yeah, no worries. But for most of it, it's just forward. And now I'm pressing light triangle. There are 3 phases of pushing triangle in this game, or in this section. The first one here is pretty easy. You'll know you're pushing triangle correctly if you don't see the triangle prompt show up. But realistically, you actually can just not push triangle for a majority of it. That door in the back, as soon as you see that door back there open, I want to not be scraping on the wall. That's actually slowing me down quite a bit. As soon as you see that door in the back open, I can stop mashing triangle entirely. Like, the mash is done. So you're gonna see me just stop, because the third and final mash, while essentially being for show, is actually really challenging to correctly mash and not get the prompt on. So to anyone who does want to run this game but does not like mashing, you do not have to mash anymore once you see that. Are we on for the PB? I do not know. RTA is extremely inaccurate for this game. It's not a good representation of anything, but it is possible. We still have one more section to go, and if we lose like a minute on that final section, no. But I'm gonna play the strats that I know. I'm not gonna go for anything crazy, and that should help. PB is a 154.26, I believe. Bacon snake. So you see the third mashing's not started yet, but because the door is open, I'm done. I don't care anymore. Look how fast the game wants you to push triangle for that. Like, you have to really mash, but no. I don't want to hurt myself, and you just straight up don't need to. Now, if the door has not opened, you will die. Just FYI. It does count as a death if the door is not open. So you do have to get that far at a minimum. So there's a lot going on in this upcoming fight. I'm not going to be able to explain much of it, but the TLDR is whenever I can, I'm going to loop liquid. He's being a jerk right now. The loops, brother. The loops. Thank you for the good luck. Thank you, Apache. I'm doing pretty good right now. Alright, so phase 2, we're gonna break him. Okay, I'm just gonna knock him down because I accidentally did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combo. Honestly, this phase is probably the roughest. I don't want to get hit by any big hits, and if we punch at the same time, we get cutscenes, so any way to kill him fast is fine, because the loop in this phase is pretty sketcy. And he has a really big punch. He actually has 2 big punches, and we don't want to get hit by either of them. Knock him down because he dodged. That was an okay phase 2. I didn't loop him optimally, but it's fine. Now phase 3, if he chooses to block, then he's gonna be a jerk. But if we get him in a great loop right at the start, nope. Okay, I'm just gonna kick him then if he lets me. He's not. He's being a jerk. Come on. Oh, did not mean to do that. I accidentally dropped the loop. The loop in Phase 3 is probably the hardest loop to get and maintain, just because of how much he will block. Be a jerk. Okay, that was pretty decent. Okay, so there is actually tech to Phase 4. I need Snake's foot to be in a specific spot before I throw the first punch. And to get that spot, you hold right and slightly up. And yeah, Snake Eater never gets old. So he's always going to get one punch in on any difficulty above Liquid Easy. If I do this correct and my mashing rhythm is okay, I will always get the first frame punch in. And it will connect with him before he can punch again. If he gets a second punch in, then it means he interjected himself into my mash and chose to punch me because the game be like that. Snake Eater gets old after your third time. Yeah, it's looping Ocelot is it's a skill. The rhythm is different from MGS1 to those who know the loop, but it is there. And that's Ocelot Punch. 141.03 roughly translates to a 153. We might be on PB pace. We are going through credits. We're gonna see what happens. This could be a 53, despite losing 30 seconds to Act 1. We're going all the way. Help you, PB. Thanks, Lynn. Take care. Thank you, everyone, for the GG. And don't worry, we're not calling it at just one. We got multiple MGS4 categories to come back to. So you are in luck if you like your MGS4. There's gonna be more. But I wanted to get the PB in Naked Normal. Even if this doesn't PB, I'm super happy with that run. And I feel ready to move on to the Solid Normal New Game Plus, which actually does need a new decent PB. The current world record for that category is pretty... Well, the comment is oof, wolf. Anyone who speedruns this game or knows how wolf works will know oof wolf means it was not a great run. Because wolf do be like that. Submitting a run that doesn't get a perfect wolf is submitting a run that lost minute and a half to it. How you doing, Apache? How you doing, everyone who's just joining for the end of the run? Stay hydrated. These are not real credits, these are fake credits. It doesn't really matter because RTA in this game is a myth. But we do have to stay because there is some action here. After these, we have cutscenes to skip. Oh god, it's a Twitter. Recycles the same tweet, but with different context. It's almost like, ooh, it's almost like he wants to be seeing them chickens. 1.5 hours of cutscenes. Oh yeah, dude. The ending of this game, lots of cutscenes. If I were to watch all of these ending cutscenes, I think you could come up. That's a good tagline. Just thinking about how at Sergeant Silent has chickens, but X. Yo, thank you for the GG. This is good. Isn't it?
Isn't it?
But yeah, if I were to actually watch all of these cutscenes, it would change my IGT by over an hour. Running the game that brought him fame. Who sent out this tweet? I like it. Whoever sent out this social media tweet is getting a like from me. I know, right, Nico? Here's to you, big boss. Here's to you. Alright, so we got 16 minutes to chill, because these are some long credits, but this run was good enough to warrant a review of IGT. We could be getting the said PB, so it is worth sitting through. I want to see it. Want to see it through. So we got some time to chill, relax. I'm gonna hit the restroom really quick, and then when I get back, I'll hang out with chat. Good luck on the PB. Thank you. All right, sleep well, Apache. Oof, oof. Go to bed. Hopefully you get a decent rest, Apache. So tomorrow's not a dead day. It took 5 runs to get a good run. Again, I don't know if this is a PB. RTA is pretty inaccurate in this game, so we will be finding out shortly. But to anyone who is curious, PB is a 54:29. Here is the link. Go to the Naked Normal channel, or New Game Plus Naked Normal, to see the actual run that's on the boards now. It's pretty old. No one but me has ever ran this category, so that feel when you're the only one who loves a category. But Plywood's community recently chose for him to learn MGS4 for good or for bad. I don't know whose decision that was, but it'll be nice to have him officially learning the game. He's looking to learn either Naked Normal or Liquid Easy. Most likely we're going to start on Naked Normal, which is the category I just ran. So him, we can probably, we're looking to get Solid Tony to come back. So depending on what happens, there might be some future INRs. I'm no rookies of MGS4. Any percent happening between 2-3 of us. Could be fun. Could be some fun times. Can't promise anything. This is just things that might happen. And that'd be fun to see happen. I'd love to get more people in on this category. Get some love here. Really, like I said earlier at this run, this game really needs more love. Really, really needs more love. There are, I think, if we ignore the multi-segment board, because there's only one person on that board who actively runs the game. Well, there's Joe on it too, but Joe swapped over to single segment. If we ignore the multi-segment board, out of the like 800 people in MGSR, like 9 of them have ran the game. 9 of them have ran this game single segment. That is a 1% runner ratio. This game needs more people playing it, running it, but it's overshadowed by 1, 2, and 3. It's overshadowed by 3, but 3 is just overshadowed by 1 and 2 and 5. 5 actually has become a really popular speed game, it seems. A lot of people join for 5. I see 5 more than I see 3 or 4, for sure. But yeah, that's just how the game is. It doesn't help that it's a PS3 locked game, and the chance of any kind of remake or anything is next to none. It could happen. They have to sort out the Apple licensing. They have to either remove it or remake it. These models, their likeness is in the game. They have to choose if they want to keep using these models' likeness or use new models or redesign the characters. There's Ubisoft in this game. There's so many music and visual and copyright rights that just have to be reviewed and renewed or changed. Plus, I don't think any games used this engine besides the MGS4. I believe the Emotion engine is exclusive to this game. Please feel free to fact check me on that. I'm actually very curious if any games beside MGS4 used the Emotion engine. This game would be one heck of an overhaul, one heck of a port. If it'd be a serious man project to get this game up and running on modern hardware. I strongly believe, conspiracy level or not, I strongly believe the Emotion engine is the process for PS2. Oh, I've been calling it the wrong thing the whole time. What's up, Dim? Thank you for correcting me. Also, shoutouts to Mark McDonald. 8-4 is a good play. I'm thinking about the engine that MGS4 runs on. Like, MGS5 uses the Fox engine. The graphics engine that MGS4 was made in. But, I mean, as Dim just pointed out, like, I strongly believe, even on a conspiracy level, this game works because it's on PS3. If you tried to play this game on a PC, if you tried to play this game on a PS4, if you tried to play this on a PS5 or an Xbox One, like, it would not work. Not because of the hardware, but because this game, like, reaches into certain parts of the PS3 that don't exist anywhere else, and they're just like, give me this random piece of hardware that only exists in PS3s and will never exist anywhere else, and black magic. Game works. Like, this game is crazy. This game is crazy. Oh, it's called the MGS4 engine. Okay. Thank you for doing the research, Jay. So that further solidifies the point. This game uses its own engine that was exclusively designed for this game. Like, look at all these logos that they have to get the rights to again. Here's to You is a universal music copyright, but it doesn't get copyright strikes. Now this game, if uploaded to YouTube, does actually get a a warning, but it's either for Snake Eater, for Raiden versus Vamp, or there's one other that can happen, but I've never gotten one for Here's to You, even though that's universal music. 9 out of 10 times it's gonna be Snake Eater. Konami is like, you playing Snake Eater, so no. It do be like that.
Snake, wait up. You forgot these.
No thanks. I'm quitting.
Snake,
These things will kill you.
where will you go? Our fight is finished. There's nothing left for us to do.
No. There's one thing I still have to do.
My
I have to
smokers.
see this age off. See what the future brings.
Sounds good to me.
No jeans,
I'll
no
go with you.
memes, guys. No jeans, no
Autocross.
memes.
I'm gonna be dead soon.
So I commented on this on my stream.
You said it
What
yourself,
would you
Snake.
guys think of the
There's
following
nothing
concept?
inside you can pass on to the next generation.
Someone at Konami, or it doesn't have to be Konami, it could be officially Konami
You're
sanctioned,
man-made.
writes
You're a
a
beast.
book under the pseudonym Hal Emmerich,
A blue robe.
and it is a biography of Snake.
Be any happy Beauty and the Beast ending.
What do you guys think of that idea?
A little
Specifically
time
of Solid
I've
Snake.
spent living as a
And
beast
in that is included what happens after 4,
of the old
which
age.
is never touched upon.
Exactly. That's why you need me.
There are worse
witness.
ideas.
A witness.
I'd buy it. I'd read it.
Yeah.
I would love to know what happens
Someone
to
on the
Snake after
outside
this
to bear
game.
witness to your final days.
What up,
Someone
you
to
must repent.
pass on your story.
Fan of PS3, just bought the game again.
Not that
Oh
I'm
boy,
being
you're in for an experience. I hope you enjoy
I'll
it.
remember everything you were.
What kind of PS3 did you buy?
Stick
Any
with
idea?
you to the end.
Buying a PS3 for MGS4
Besides,
is a
you
big
wouldn't
dip.
let me suffer Sonny's
I really
ills
hope it's worth
alone,
it for
would
you. You would read it, right? This is dope. Alright guys, we're about to find out if this PBs or not. If Sonny will shut up. Yo! That's pretty dope, dude.
Come quick!
GG on the find. Hopefully it's good stuff for you.
Yummy!
Any idea what the number on the back of the PS3 says?
It's rising again.
153.20. That's a new world record. That's a new PB, guys. We did it. First run of the night. And we knocked it out. I would do something like I'd howl like a wolf, but not gonna. Let's go! Yo, thank you for the GPs. Thank you. Did not expect that to be the first run of the night, but I'm super happy with that. I'm super happy.